Namaste everyone. Welcome to Everpresendananda. In the series of talks on spirituality, again we have Dr. Shashidhar with us. And today actually I want to ask him some other questions which we need to apply in our day-to-day life so that we can make our life a lot more meaningful. And I would like to begin asking Dr. Shashidhar the very first question. There is a buzz, doctor, that is happening around and everybody is talking about what is called as spiritual intelligence. Now, what is this spiritual intelligence, doctor?
Spiritual intelligence means nothing but living with the wholeness of realization.
Okay.
It should be whole, plus it has to be realized. It has to be, and it should be taken for application. So, basically, it's a living with the wholeness realization and its applications.
Okay. I would like to stop here for a second. Now, when you're talking about wholeness realization, would you kindly break it down a little more so that we understand it a little better, doctor?
See, spirituality always living with the truth.
Yes.
What is truth? Truth is present. And this present, when we lead our life in the present, we are leading our life in the wholeness. Yes. Because that we need to understand what is that wholeness. Once if we are able to understand the present. Present, what we are all, like this is a outer present, what we experience. But the outer present is made of the inner present. We call that as spirit or quantum field, or we call it as quantum stuff, quantum essence. So many names, Brahman, Allah, so many names.
Presence.
So presence. So once if we realize the existence, what is this existence? These basic questions is spirituality. So what is this existence? Okay. In this existence, there is outer present. Infinite galaxies are there. Out of that, this is a small planet. These all galaxies and this thing is made of, there is a quantum stuff, what we call it as 99.99999% empty like space.
Okay.
We call that as atomic stuff. Okay. So the whole existence is made of that.
Okay.
So we need to live with that.
Okay.
So spirituality is a way of life.
Okay, spirituality is a way of life. We need to live with that, means like how we could incorporate it into our everyday living.
Yeah.
By understanding what is that truth.
Yeah.
By having that knowledge and also understanding and also leading or living our everyday life along with the truth that we realize. Okay.
So inner present is a subjective one. There is outer present where there is a ecosystem. In the ecosystem, of course, we have living beings and non-living beings, body, mind and emotions.
Yes.
So all ecosystem and this thing we say it is a Prakriti.
Okay.
Or this objective world.
Okay.
Purusha is that atomic stuff which is 99.999 empty like space. So Prakriti, Purushatmakam, Brahma, we say.
Okay.
See, when we live with the wholeness, we get a joy of spirituality.
Okay. So it is not just, the essence only that we need to understand. What is outside? What is within? When we amalgamate both the things, only then we will be able to lead a holistic life.
Yeah.
So this self-realization or this realizing these things, doctor, what is the outcome of the realization of yourself?
Yeah. This self or that we call it as present because self has 5 dimensions. The truth outside, what we experience, body, we call it as physical self, mental self, emotional self and eco-self. The truth inside is that inner present, which is 99.999%. From there, you are not caught up in the periphery alone. Periphery, these four selves will come.
Yes.
The center self will come,
Uh-huh.
which is just a 99.99999% empty space.
Okay.
From there, you are going to operate all these four.
Okay.
We say to control the physical self, body spirituality. Mind self, we say mind spirituality.
Okay.
Then ecosystem, we say eco spirituality.
Okay.
Of course, emotional self, we can.
Okay.
Emotional spirituality.
So therefore, when you combine all these things, and once we have the realization of our true nature, we will be able to handle our day-to-day life in a more effective manner and more holistic manner, and also we will be able to handle anything that bothers us once we are integrated with the present, is what you're trying to tell us, doctor. And it is so nice to listen. I'll be very honest in telling you this. But when it comes to application, somewhere, we are so caught up in the four that we forget the most important aspect is the most important dimension of our life is the presence or the self, or what you're calling center. Now, how do we really, go and log into it all the time so that we lead a more fulfilling life, I would tell.
Simple things like silence. In silence, we are in the center, but periphery we have noises from the body, mind, emotions, and ecosystem. So traffic sound is emotion,
Yes.
like ecosystem.
Yes.
Or some mosquito sound is ecosystem.
Yes.
Emotions, the surge of baggages of emotions comes out, that that will not allow us to go into the real state, that center.
Okay.
So like that, physical body and mind. So we need to identify these barriers, and then we can anchor into the center.
Okay.
So we call that as a center yourself. The second thing is, when we are into living in the present wholeness, we are anchoring, our identity is in the center rather than in the periphery.
Okay.
So living in the present, meditation, of course, meditation is centering ourselves.
Okay.
And watching what is happening in the objective world.
Okay. So it is just like when we are centered, the drama of life is happening. But once we are anchored here, we will be able to play our roles in a more effective manner.
Very nicely said.
Okay, so beautiful. So thank you so much, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.